super tired, end of a long day, long week really. Today's Thursday, so we had classes Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With the group right now, we've got 5, 6, we got 2 new people kind of rotating in and out, 5 consistent every 3 days a week, okay? So this video in specific is for the people who have already contacted me interested in the one-on-one sponsorship program, mentor, sponsor your student through the program. And so I want to explain a little bit more in detail what that entails, what that includes, and what are the kind of things that we've been teaching and going over lately, okay? It is an intense class. It's younger people from 15 to 25 basically right now. And I don't hold nothing back. I use wisdom and discernment as to how to say and when to say things, but I don't hold nothing back. And I take this as if this is my opportunity with these young people, that they let down their guard around me and they bring their self to us for this period of time. Obviously looking for a job as part of it. Obviously wanting to learn English as part of it, but knowing that there's something here, there's something positive going on here, there's an opportunity going on here, which is one of the vocabulary words this week. Okay, so Monday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock at my house, these kids show up. We immediately do a little bit of, if there's anything needed around the yard, the house, first things first, harvest a little bit of fruit just so we can make a little juice or a little snack, just kind of get in the mode of observing and bringing things into order. And we all sit down in the house. I've been fixing up the house more and more for the classroom setting. Just got my stimulus check and was able to buy a huge whiteboard that will fill up my wall. I've been looking forward to that for a while. So right away, we go right in. Everything is kind of like, it's hard to separate when is English class, when is Bible and spiritual, mentoring, when is this, because I just interweave everything. And from the time I begin to the time we're done with classes, English is the common denominator used to weave everything together. We get into the word, we get into the scripture so that I could show them what I'm trying to impart to them, but I'm showing them this is not my words. This is what is actually in the Bible. We're talking about sonship. We're talking about origin in God before your body was formed. We're talking about God's desire for you to awaken to your relationship with Him. We're talking about John chapter 17, the high priestly prayer, what Jesus exactly prayed for you, what He hoped you would receive. We're just dealing a lot with identity, and we're dealing a lot with the inheritance that comes with that identity. All things being possible to he who believes, all things possible through Christ who strengthens us, and dealing with the difference between a Christian and a son of God, meaning we can be part of Christianity, that's a religion, but son of God is your identity, and son of God is what Jesus was. Anyway, so then we're also doing a lot of motivation and a lot of breaking through the barriers of their thought processes and limitations of their expectations. So this week the vocabulary words were this: dreams, goals, desires, achieve, opportunity, succeed, excel, advance, progress, prosper, grow, show, see, order, organization, responsibility, requirements, limitations. So I'm trying to teach them that if they don't know what they want, they'll never have it. The first thing you have to do is identify what are your goals, what are your dreams, and what are your desires. I'm having them do exercises, writing them out, reading them to the class, taking their time, telling them that without a plan, you have nothing. You need to create the plan for your life, and then you can begin to start taking steps towards those dreams, desires, and goals. You can achieve those. How do you achieve them? You organize, you set order, limitations, responsibilities. You got to find out what are the requirements to achieve that. You got to have a plan, you got to have structure. You got to be disciplined. You got to have faith. Okay, all these are words, vocabulary words. These are the qualities and attributes I want to awaken in them, so I use them as vocabulary words to draw their attention to them. And then I bring their attention to them in multiple languages. So they're learning a new language by becoming aware of these attributes and qualities that are both in them and necessary to function in if you want to succeed and achieve at manifesting successfully your dreams, desires, and goals. Okay? Then talk about what are some of the things that can keep you from achieving that. So vices, distractions, laziness, jealousy, rebellion, just a long list. Okay? So you're bringing these young people's minds to these things. That's what the Bible does. It brings your attention to things you never knew existed, but all along they were there in you, through you, and around you. So this is a super powerful class. Then we talk about business and business opportunities. We're talking about technology in the digital world, in the digital marketplace. And I'm showing them step by step what I'm about to be doing, launching different YouTube channels, starting businesses. I'm showing them that I'm doing this. I'm doing this for me and for my family. I'm going to show them how I'm doing it, and I'm going to explain to them step by step why I'm doing this and this and this and this. And as they take notes, they begin to have their own master playbook so that they can just replace the goal or the intention with their own and know how to walk out and like a turnkey, go for it. Manifest and launch out into whatever it is that they want to do. So anyway, we eat with them. Okay. They teach me as well some Spanish, help me fill in my vocabulary word. Every single day in the afternoon, it's 3 days a week. It's part-time work. Jennifer, the girls work together in the house and around the house, the property immediately adjacent on the house property. The guys work here on that property a little bit, but mostly we're working on the farm property, which is 2 properties over. And it's just about responsibilities and everybody kicking in, everybody having a part to play, everybody contributing to the whole thing beginning to become a smooth running operation so that we can keep expanding. Because there's a lot of goals here. A tourism business coming into play, coffee business coming into play, a lot of different things. And as far as I'm concerned, anything that I have, my family, my brotherhood has access to it, and I'm always open and looking for ways to make them a part of it or make them able to be a part of me prospering. And they know that. So the more that we expand as a family, the more opportunities there is for each and every one of them to work more, to see more opportunity to achieve and start working towards their dream. I don't want to make this too long. But anyway, on the third day, Thursday, every Thursday we go out into the community now. I let them, amongst themselves each week, pick where we're going to go, who's in need, find a widow, an elderly couple, somebody who's don't have much help. They could use some cleaning on their property or a little project or some way of giving back and sewing in the communities and helping each other out. And while we're doing that, I give them oral examination of the words, the vocabulary words and stuff that we've been going through Monday and Wednesday and learning in class, to check where they're at and to make sure that it's sinking in and that they're learning the words. But anyway, $60 a month, okay? We're building a page for them, for their group. Their group is going to be called Guardianes de la Hermandad. That means Keepers of the Brotherhood. So it's a pretty similar concept to My Brother's Keeper, which is my end of it. That's the American end. So what me and my wife are bringing to the table, and we put it on the table and we sow into all who come to sit at the table, we multiply, because we give them that perspective, we give them that paradigm, we give them that mentality, we give them that knowledge, we give them that self, we give them that being, we give them that identity that we've received, we give it to them. So we're multiplying in them. So 3 days a week, We feed them, we do classes. I've been buying them the notebooks and pens and just whatever kind of things they need, Bibles. So what I'm looking for in the partnering and the pairing up is one person each to just partner with each of these young people, awesome young people and students in this program, to encourage them, to motivate them, to be in communication with them. I was going to say they're going to have a page, and then we're going to have a private group for the people who are involved on either side in the project. And so there's open dialogue, as well as you can have one-on-one communication with your student, and they're all family and interrelated, so you'll get to know everybody anyway. But I want one person just to be committed to praying for that kid, encouraging them, just sending them a message here and there, checking on them, observing them, watching their growth, getting to know them, encouraging them. And that $60 a month is directly the sponsorship for their job. It's a part-time job. They work 3 half days per week right now, and that's what that covers. Maybe a couple bucks towards the food that we cook meals and stuff. But it's basically to cover their part-time job. God willing, down the road, maybe we'll partner 2 people up per kid or whatever, and enable them to work even more, closer to a real full-time job. But for right now, it's 3 days a week. They work half a day, and the investment is a person committing to sponsoring that job on the farm, which includes, it comes as a package deal with the English class, the Bible class, spiritual, sonship identity impartation, technology, websites, all that kind of stuff. It's just a total package. It's just a way of keeping them throughout the week focused on positive things. It's a way of keeping them in a good space. It's a way of keeping them thinking about good, positive things, working as a team, having hope in future, thinking about their desires and goals and working towards them, and just allowing God to do the work. We're sow the seeds, allow God to water it. And then obviously at the end of the 5-month cycle of the program, we're going to be teaching them how to use and create personal computers and doing a lot of different things on the internet. And we have a goal. It's like about $300 for a personal computer with a monitor. I would love to see each student that perseveres to the end of the cycle get their own computer and be able to put into practice all the things that we learned during this 5 months. If the sponsor can do that, that'd be awesome. If not, it doesn't matter. We'll find a way, whether we partner different people together or we raise funds online, whatever. We're going to be able to get these computers for the kids who stick through the whole 5-month program. And at the end of that 5 months, they're going to be a beast. I mean, they're going to be a completely different person, and they're going to be equipped. And then if they decide to keep going, there's going to be a level 2 that they'll start up after a few week break, and they'll also be part of teaching and managing the younger kids for the next group that comes through course number 1. All right, so we definitely have 3 that were said that they were definitely interested, so this is for y'all and anybody else who comes along. We're looking right immediately for 5 right off the bat partnering. These are 5 that are coming all the time. Melanie, I'd love to hook you up with Jennifer. She's a young single mother, 16-year-old with a 7-month-old child. For the most part, these guys are not going to school. Some of them have dreams of going back to school, going to university. So I just would love for you guys to be an encouragement in their life. All right, if you have any more questions, you can hit me up in private.